Welcome to Two Small Biz Guys Biz Buzz. Stay tuned for an exciting small business discussion that will empower your business. And don't forget your free download of Ray's Crib Notes. Now, on with the show.
Hi, and welcome to yet another edition of Biz Buzz with
Ray Silverstein
and Zen Benefield.
Okay.
And today we're going to be talking about a book by Seth Godin called Tribes. We Need You to Lead Us is a subheading on it. And we're going to be talking about some really interesting things about it, but it's going to be quick. So keep with us. You will also be able to download, I knew where you were going with that, the crib notes from the book that Ray does, awesome notes, at peeradvisoryboard.com/tribes. And this will also be on the slide at the end of the show.
That does sound exciting.
It is. So one of the statements that Seth makes in the book is the largest enemy of change and leadership isn't a no, it's a not yet.
It's a not yet. Well, let me just kind of give a quick background of the book.
Sure.
And then we'll go on. Not yet. So I'm not yet ready to talk about that.
Not yet. All right.
Okay.
I'll put it on pause.
Okay, Seth Godin, for those of you who don't know, is a person who really specializes in social media and leadership. And this book has to do with leadership, change management, and what he calls tribes, which are really evangelists, and the creating of evangelists. But the part we're going to talk about today is Zen has mentioned, is not yet. And basically, I'll read the statement that Seth talks about. I think it's a very interesting comment.
Okay.
It's the most interesting comment in the book. The largest enemy of change and leadership isn't a no, it's a not yet. Not yet is the safest, easiest way to forestall change. Not yet gives the status quo a chance to regroup and to put off the inevitable. That's a hard word to say.
Inevitable. So what I hear him saying there is that you need disruptors.
Well, what happens is when people say, we have to do this, and they say, well, we're not quite ready yet. We have to, Susie's not quite ready. She's overloaded. Or we have this big order that just came in. So the aspect is that people use, and I think it's very interesting, I never thought about it, but rather than saying, no, it doesn't work, a more political way to say is, oh, not yet because of X, Y, Z reason. So the question is, how do you, from a leadership role, and leadership is also defined as enhancing the status quo, making change, pardon me, not enhancing, but making change.
Being a disruptor in your own organization.
Right, being a disruptor. And today you have to be a disruptor because everything is changing so quickly. So
Moore's law is still in place and coming at us with a vengeance, it seems.
Yeah, that's true, because it used to be things took maybe 20 years to change, and now it's 5 to 7 years, and maybe even shorter.
Oh, in the computer industry, technology, it's 3 to 6 months sometimes.
So the aspect is technology is changing. The environment is changing. By environment, I'm not talking about the weather and everything else. I'm talking about,
We've already got enough of that.
competition, distribution, how people think, and everything else. So when people say not yet, today you really have to engage in change. So one of the aspects is you ask a question, you say, well, Zen, do you think this is really a good idea? And either you have to say yes or no to that. You can't say not yet. So if you say it's a good idea, then the next question is, well, why can't we implement this now rather than later?
Well, then you get into the discussions of what are the steps to implement it? What's the strategy involved? What are the goals? What's your vision of the net result?
Right.
And really get in and flush it out.
But that takes you back to priority. What are really the priorities? Because all those terms that you mentioned, the key aspect is, what is the priority? Get something done now. And if we can't do it now, to set a date to do it at a specific time in the future.
Speaking of doing it now, you've got the prelude, follow up, download the crib notes, peeradvisoryboard.com/tribes, and you'll get information that is really valuable and just might impact your business.
So don't say not yet. Do it now.
I'm Zen and
Ray.
Thanks for listening.
Hey, thanks for watching Two Small Biz Guys Biz Buzz, brought to you by Pro Peer Advisory Board. Stay tuned for more exciting small business discussions in future episodes. And don't forget your free download of Ray's Crit Notes for this show. See you next time.